Have you ever been deep asleep in the middle of the night, lost in a dream? Suddenly, you feel a distinct weight, a rhythmic pressure walking slowly across your chest. It is a presence that belongs to the night. Your cat is no longer a cuddly pet. It is a predator on the move. You open your eyes, trying to make sense of the shadows. And there it is, standing right on top of you, staring through the darkness with a level of focus that feels almost haunting. You open your eyes, trying to make sense of the shadows. And there it is, your cat, standing right on top of you, staring through the darkness with a level of intense focus. They are completely silent, watching you. For most of us, this behavior feels completely random. Sometimes it even feels a little creepy, but I assure you, this is not a random act. Your cat is not just wandering out of boredom. They are actually communicating with you. They are using a hidden language rooted deeply in millions of years of biological evolution. When the sun goes down, your cat undergoes a dramatic psychological and behavioral transformation. They enter a completely different mindset. The domesticated pet fades, and the ancient predator emerges. To them, you aren't just sleeping. In their world, you have become entirely inactive. You are unresponsive, silent, and potentially vulnerable. And in the animal kingdom, stillness is alarming. In the wild, when a pack member or a companion stops moving for hours on end, it usually means something has drastically changed. It could mean injury, severe illness, or even death. So their natural instinct kicks in. They need to investigate. They must verify your physical status. And that is where the nighttime checking begins. The first reason is a primal survival check. It sounds incredibly strange to us, but it is a primitive instinct buried deep in their DNA. When they walk on your chest or neck, they are deliberately focusing on specific areas. They target the zones where your life force is most evident, your lungs and your beating heart. By stepping directly on you, they physically feel the rise and fall of your breath. Their sensitive paw pads detect the rhythmic thud of your heart beneath the ribcage. It is a silent confirmation, a reassuring physical test that proves you are still here. They are confirming that you are still breathing, still alive, and still a part of their colony. But beyond this survival check, there is a second, much deeper layer of biological behavior. It is not just about checking, it is about claiming, it is about the concept of ownership. Your cat has specialized microscopic scent glands located right in the soft pads of their paws. Every single step they take on your body is actually leaving behind an invisible chemical signature. You can't smell it. Your human nose is entirely oblivious to this complex chemical marking. But to any other cat or any predator in the area, the message is incredibly loud and clear. That invisible label says, "This human belongs to me. This territory is officially claimed." This is exactly why they don't just sit beside you. They actively choose to walk right over you. They want to maximize that scent transfer, physically rubbing their identity into your very existence. Now, let us consider their incredible senses. The third reason involves their phenomenal auditory capabilities. Your cat hears things that exist in a frequency completely beyond human comprehension. While we can hear up to 20,000 Hz, a healthy cat can detect sounds up to 64,000 Hz. They live in an ultrasonic world. They can hear the tiny, high-pitched squeaks of a mouse in the walls. They can hear a distant footstep on the sidewalk outside, or the shifting of wood in the attic. They are constantly tuned into the microscopic vibrations of your home, even when they seem asleep. While you are locked in deep sleep, deaf to the world around you, your cat is the night watchman. So when they suddenly jump onto your bed at 3 a.m., it is almost never a random occurrence. They are reacting to something real, something they heard, felt, or sensed in the environment. And when they sense a potential threat, they instinctively move toward you for security. In their mind, you are the safest place to observe these unknown threats from. You are their base. The fourth reason is much more practical and completely rooted in biology. Heat science. A cat's normal body temperature sits around 102 degrees Fahrenheit, significantly higher than ours. Because of this high temperature and their fast metabolism, they actually lose body heat very quickly. In the cold hours of the deep night, you become the largest, most consistent heat source in their environment. But they don't just settle on any random spot. They literally scan your body like a thermal map. They step on your legs, your stomach, and your chest, looking for the absolute warmest area. They are searching for your core, where your blood flow is most concentrated and the heat is strongest. For a cat, staying warm isn't just about luxurious comfort, it is a matter of strict energy conservation. It is biology at its most efficient. They are saving vital energy for their next hunt. It is survival. The fifth reason moves away from instinct and into the realm of routine and psychological training. Cats possess an internal biological clock that is far more accurate than any mechanical watch. They know exactly when breakfast should be served, down to the very minute, and they don't forget. Being crepuscular animals, they are biologically programmed to be naturally most active at dawn and dusk. This early morning window is their peak performance time. It is when their ancestors hunted. So, around 4 or 5 a.m., they start walking on you to deliberately nudge you out of your inactive state. They are literally attempting to train you. In their brilliant minds, wake-up time equals food time. And here is the biggest mistake owners make: reacting. The moment you get up to feed them, you have successfully completed their training session. You have reinforced the exact behavior they wanted. Historically, this intimate nighttime connection goes even deeper. Let's look back to ancient Egypt. In ancient Egypt, cats were deeply revered, not just as pets, but as magical protectors against chaos. When they walk on you or sleep on you, they are fulfilling their ancient historical role as the ultimate guardians of your sleep. But beyond survival, heat, and history, the most profound and powerful reason of all is purely emotional. It is the deep, unspoken trust that exists between two entirely different species sharing a life. When your cat kneads on you, slowly pressing their paws into your body, it is a magnificent display. They are accessing a deep, instinctual memory from the very beginning of their fragile lives. This behavior is what they did as tiny, blind kittens to stimulate milk flow from their mother. So, when an adult cat does this to you, it is the ultimate emotional compliment they can give. Their brain is returning to the absolute safest memory they have ever known: warmth, heartbeat, total safety. They are telling you that you are their ultimate source of life. You are not just a human pet owner. You are their comfort. You are their absolute security. You are their mother, their pack, and their entire home. Even their purring serves a magnificent biological purpose during these quiet nighttime hours. At a precise frequency of 25 to 150 Hz, their purr is a biological mechanism proven to promote physical healing. But their night isn't just one long, unbroken rest. Unlike humans, cats are polyphasic sleepers. This means their sleep is naturally broken up into multiple short bursts rather than one continuous, long cycle like ours. They cycle rapidly through stages of light and deep sleep, waking up frequently to quickly check their surroundings. A promise that in the vast, dark world outside that window, you are never truly alone. When they finally fall into deep REM sleep next to you, you might notice their whiskers twitch or their tiny paws paddle. Science confirms that cats dream, just like we do. They process the events of their day while resting securely beside you. In these quiet, dark hours, you are sharing the most vulnerable state possible, the state of deep sleep and dreaming. And when they inevitably wake from their short, feline naps, the cycle of checking, guarding, and seeking heat begins again. After completing their silent perimeter check, they return straight to your side, climbing back onto your chest. They resume their post as the eternal guardians of the night, constantly ensuring the absolute safety of their entire family. Understanding this beautiful, complex web of instinct, biology, and profound emotion changes everything about how we see them. Their nighttime behavior is absolutely no longer an annoying mystery. It is a profound declaration of trust and love. So the next time you feel those small, rhythmic steps waking you up at 3 a.m., do not just see it as a nuisance or a sleep disturbance. See it as a remarkable biological testament. A single cat silhouette looking directly at the camera, giving one final, slow, trusting blink. A promise that in the vast, dark world outside that window, you are never truly alone. Because in their silent language, they are simply telling you, you are the most important part of my world, always. Because in their silent language, they are simply telling you, you are the most important part of my world, always.